Okay, we're live already. Let me just get the my okay. Hello.
Hiya.
Okay, we're wait I lost my thing. This is such a hot topic, man. The fentanyl. Many people
So
are
I don't know how it's hot. It's crazy.
no, it's hot because it's 50% 50 times stronger than normal drugs.
Well, yeah, it's strong, but like, who cares if he takes it?
No, why is he taking it, bro? Like I read somewhere that uh
Is this
we're
live?
yeah, we're already live.
Oh, we're live. All right.
Okay,
Okay.
wait.
All
Okay,
right.
so how's it going mga kamats, mga kaibigan, and welcome back to another live stream. Kasama po natin ngayon si Doc Adam. Nagkukwentuhan kami about sa how do you pronounce it, Doc?
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl usage. Because I read somewhere that fentanyl is 50 to 100 times stronger than normal painkillers, the opioid ones. So we want to know why is someone who had a motorcycle accident being treated with essentially pain numbing cancer numbing drugs, something like that.
But there's no evidence at the moment, is there, that Duterte is using fentanyl at the moment?
No, there was evidence. There was an admission that he used fentanyl when he got into a motor accident. Actually, in one of his interview just now, he said that he said that he used fentanyl before. So what's your take on it?
So he used it before, but he's not using it at the moment. There's no
Yes,
evidence he's using it at the
there is no
moment. Yeah.
evidence. They
But
said that
he's admitted to using it in the past.
yes.
Well, yeah, it's a painkiller. It's an
Yes.
opiate. So it's like a morphine. So there's other morphines, so things like tramadol,
Mm-hmm.
um, endone, even heroin.
Mm-hmm.
Heroin's a morphine as well. Like the illegal morphine is heroin. So yeah, it's a morphine. It's a painkiller. But yeah, it's very addictive. Much more addictive than other other morphines. Um,
Okay.
because it's stronger, and also because the way it's delivered. Um,
Yes.
because it's quite quick acting. So when something's quick acting, it basically gives its effects really quick, but then the
Mm-hmm.
effects wear off really quick, and that can make it even more addictive.
Okay.
So a lot
So.
of people become dependent on fentanyl. So there's two main ways that people use
Mm-hmm.
fentanyl. There's a patch, so there's a
Yes.
fentanyl patch, which you basically would put on every 3 days, and it slowly releases fentanyl into your system. Or there's these like fentanyl lollipops,
Fentanyl lollipops.
which are for quick acting pain, and they're really addictive. The patches aren't as addictive,
Mm-hmm.
but the fentanyl lollipops, because they act so quick, they're really addictive. People become
So
addicted really fast.
okay, so Duterte has this fentanyl patches.
Okay.
There was rumors back in the pandemic days that he was using fentanyl.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you
Which
heard
is
of that?
kind of
No.
ironic, but
Why is it ironic? Can you tell me?
well, I mean, fentanyl is a prescribed drug, but it's a drug of addiction. It's a controlled drug which many people become dependent on, and um, to be have an anti-drug policy within the country, um, but then to be using a controlled drug of addiction is kind of hypocritical, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. I get what you mean. But what are the side effects of using fentanyl? What, because there's an epidemic in America right now, right? Fentanyl addiction.
Of opiates, yeah. What happened in America is there was all the Purdue Pharma thing. So the morphine was marketed 10 or 20 years ago as
Mm-hmm.
like uh, as not as addictive painkiller. So the Purdue Pharma marketed this. I think it was OxyContin as a morphine, but they said it wasn't as addictive, and they hid a lot of data and evidence about it, and all these people ended up addicted to OxyContin. And then because everyone was addicted, all the doctors sort of panicked and stopped prescribing it because of all these deaths associated with it, and lots of people ended up on heroin as a
Mm-hmm.
result because they couldn't access the OxyContin. Now a lot of the heroin and the street drugs are laced with fentanyl because it's so strong. It can it can I guess it can what's the word? Um, yeah, I mean it's strong and it's easy to lace drugs with fentanyl because it's so strong. It can be transported easily, and when you're using illegal drugs or when you're selling illegal drugs on the street, you're better off having strong drugs
Mm-hmm.
because it doesn't take up as much volume, so you can traffic easier.
Oh.
So the stronger the better with trafficking drugs. So fentanyl is quite an easy drug to traffic because it's so strong.
Oh. So
Yeah.
what are the common side effects of fentanyl when you're
Um,
go?
well, sedation, slurred speech, drowsiness, and then if it's used in high levels, it can cause like respiratory depression. So people would stop breathing essentially, and then that's why when people use too much of it, that's why they die, right? Because it basically switches off your breathing,
Oh,
your breathing.
god damn.
So people die from overdose of fentanyl because they stop breathing. That's why people die from fentanyl overdose. So yeah, the common ones: sedation, yeah,
And
sedation,
confusion, right?
slurred speech, confusion.
How do you like in the confusion part? Um how does that manifest?
Um, I don't know. I mean, how does confusion manifest? Just
I mean, well, I'm confused with that.
yeah, you confused me with your question.
It's very confusing. Uh,
Wait
well,
a minute, am I on fentanyl?
no, I mean,
Nico's so
they
confusing right now.
did they forget their name, something like that?
I mean, I feel that's kind of a leading question. Have
I'm
you got
just
a clip?
trying to
Have you
connect
got a
the
clip of
dots,
someone
bro.
forgetting their name?
Well,
I think. I mean, it would. Yeah, people. You know, people can would if they were confused from uh, high drug use. They could. I mean, they could be unlikely to forget their name, but they become confused to their surroundings. I guess. Yeah.
yeah, I get what
But I
you
mean,
mean.
forgetting your name is pretty hard, right? Like that's the first thing. One of the first things we learn. So I don't think you forget your name straight away.
Probably when they're saying a lot of things that doesn't make
To your
sense. Probably
Senate,
that's the
the public hearing of the
oh,
Committee on Electoral
what's that?
Reforms and
Did you open
People's
something?
Participation
No,
is
no,
hereby
no,
called
I'm
to
not
order.
open anything.
Wait,
We acknowledge the presence herewith of our
someone
good
open something.
Senator J.V. Ejercito, as well
Okay,
as
just
the
give me a sec.
other
Someone open
senators who have
something.
manifested
All
their
right.
presence in the building.
All right.
And with
Who
at least
the I mean Marcos
a
is
single
talking
member
somewhere.
present, the chairperson
Who?
hereby
I mean
declares a
Marcos,
quorum.
Oh,
the
We
sister of
also acknowledge the early
wait.
arrival herewith of
are we
our
hallucinating?
No,
chairperson
I'm not
for
hallucinating.
franchises and transport,
Is this why you're asking
Senator
me about
Grace Poe,
fentanyl?
No, no.
and
Where is
that
that?
therefore establishing a clear
It's not
quorum
me.
in this
I
committee
don't think.
Are
I'll
hearing.
you
check.
sure?
Considering that
I'll
the
check.
public hearing
So,
last August
No, it's
have
not
you
me,
was
heard?
man.
merely
Do you?
suspended. In
Where
fact,
is
the
that
presence of a
coming
quorum
from?
could have been
Yeah.
dispensed with. But now, we herewith call on the Secretary,
It's
Attorney
just
Dana
on. I don't
Alberto,
know where, bro.
Legislative
Let me just.
Secretary, to
So
acknowledge
anyway,
the
I forget
presence of our
about that.
research persons. But may
Did
I
you do you know
first
what's going on in the
acknowledge
Philippines right now?
the
It's like
committee's
Biden
receipt
and
of the
Trump's
position paper
Yeah,
of
saying
man. It's similar, right? It's
Attorney Jose
similar. Like it's
Manuel
like the
Jocio.
Filipino
Thank you very much.
Biden and
I
Trump
could have
are. Like
written it
it's funny.
myself. Thank you.
There's a lot of similarities
Yes.
between the America and the Philippines, right?
yes,
Good
there is.
morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Committee on Electoral
Oh, I know
Reforms
what's
and People's
happening.
Participation would like to acknowledge
Just
the
give me a
presence
sec.
of our distinguished guests. Namely, from the Commission on Elections, we have
Okay.
Chairman George Erwin M. Garcia,
Why is
Commissioner
this
Socorro
playing?
Blinting, Commissioner Ray E. Bulay,
Okay.
Commissioner
So I'll tell you
Ernesto
about a fentanyl
Ferdinand
patient I saw who was
Okay.
abusing fentanyl. Because quite often you'll get people coming in trying to get fentanyl because it's so addictive.
Okay.
So they'll try and so they'll tell lies to try and get fentanyl, right?
Yes.
Anyway, apparently what they do in prison is they can melt the patches. So the fentanyl patches, you can melt them down, and then you can inject the fentanyl from them. So you can take the fentanyl out the patch and then inject it like
Yes.
heroin. So a lot of people are doing that. It's very dangerous to do that. Like I think a lot of people or dying as a result
So they're
of doing that.
melting this shit and then just
Yeah,
injecting it.
they'll melt the fentanyl down and then inject it or mix it in with other stuff.
But the patches is already like slow releasing. That's
Yeah,
just
but
how
they want
strong it
quick release,
is.
right? They want a high, so they
Oh
want the
my
quick
god.
release. Yeah.
So how does it work, doc? If you're addicted to this kind of stuff, does your tolerance increase in time?
Yeah. Yeah. You need more and more. So the problem with drug addiction isn't so much the drug as what the addiction does, right? So when addiction becomes problematic is when it starts to interfere with your life and have negative effects on your life. But a lot of people are dependent on morphine and it doesn't affect their life. They just carry on living, right? There's a lot of heroin users in America who just use heroin, once or twice a week and don't come to any problems. They use it safely. Um, and they don't overdose. They know how to use it. They know their supplier. So actually being dependent on a drug in itself isn't that problematic. The problem comes when the dependence leads to other problems. So, for example, if you're injecting a drug, then you're exposing yourself to infections from the injections like HIV, hepatitis,
So you're
and
you're
then
saying as long as there is moderation, it's okay. Is that what you're saying?
no, I'm saying that if um, if the risks of the drug are removed, it and it can be used in a safe environment, then the actual drugs themselves are not that problematic. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, I mean, you could argue alcohol and smoking are more problematic than heroin
Oh yeah,
because they cause more health problems than heroin.
of
It just
course.
so happens that heroin is dangerous because heroin is dangerous because people won't necessarily know how much they're using and they can then overdose on it.
I mean,
Or
you
because they
can
can, or they can get hepatitis or HIV from the injections. So that's the concern. Is so if you look at countries, I mean, the Philippines has made a very, their drug policy is
shit.
yeah, I mean, the war on drugs just doesn't work, right? I
Oh
mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's been
The,
shown in America that the war on drugs doesn't work. It doesn't effectively control the drug problem. And
of course.
if you look at countries like Portugal where they've legalized drugs, their drug use has gone down. Their harmful effects from drug use have gone down.
Yeah,
The deaths from drugs have gone down. So taking a stringent, hardline approach on drugs isn't has been proven not to work. So
it's like bombarding with antibiotics, right? So do
well,
you get it
I mean,
right?
the more you criminalize drugs, the higher you drive the prices, and the more crime that happens
You're just
to
gonna
try
get
and
intelligent criminals if
yeah,
you.
like there's always going to be people who use drugs. You can't get rid of drugs have existed for thousands of years. You can't get rid of illicit drug use by criminalizing it.
Well, I agree with that.
Well, but
This is why I have a strong anti. Uh, I don't think the drug on war really work. War on drugs really work because
doesn't
there are
work at all,
still
man. Doesn't work at all.
yes.
Like, I mean, has anyone's quality of life improved because of that war on drugs?
Well, a lot of people died.
Are you sat there in a nicer flat, an apartment right now because of the war on drugs? Nah, your
Of
life's exactly
course.
the same, man, if not worse. Like the war on drugs doesn't help anyone.
No, no one did.
It's not an
Yes.
effective strategy. Like you're better off not legalizing all drugs, but having a more liberal approach to drug use.
Well,
It's a better solution to the problem.
well, I hope so because right now, if I'm looking at Marcos's political leaning, he's more of a woke president. You get what I'm saying? He's a little bit liberal
He
with
is more
this.
liberal. I mean, he's not putting condoms in his mouth.
No, no, of course not. But
Like,
but
what else did Duterte do? Like, where he was like that thing I was reading about that the other day, like, where he was like in the middle of the HIV epidemic, and then there was this talk about condom use, and he was like, "Don't wear a condom," and then he started chewing it because it was like chewing plastic or something like that. Crazy,
oh my god, dude.
crazy. I can't remember the exact words, but it was something along those lines. But anyway, yeah, I mean, Marcos seems to have a little bit more. He is a bit more
Lenient
liberal
of
and
yeah, yeah.
a bit more.
Hopefully one of the drugs that they at least decriminalize is weed. I mean, what's your take on that, Doc?
Yeah, I mean, criminalizing that's crazy.
Is
I
it is
mean,
it? Do you have dispensary in there of
nah,
weed?
you have to get a prescribe. You have to get a prescription for its
But
use.
can you smoke weed
Yeah,
there
but still, I think
legally?
illegal. I think it's still illegal. It's still
Oh,
illegal to smoke weed here.
okay. So
Uh,
I cannot ask for a prescription from you. All right,
no, you
we're
can get
going
a
to
prescription.
Washington
You can get
then.
a prescription for cannabis to treat
To
medical cannabis. Medical cannabis is legal, but smoking cannabis for recreational use is not yet legal.
yeah. So
I don't
it's
think.
just in Canada and Washington then. I know where
And
it
and and Amsterdam.
in Amsterdam, of course.
Man, last time I was in Amsterdam, my dad ate like 3 cookies. He was like, he was in there like, yeah, Amsterdam, it's all legal. But yeah, I mean, criminalizing cannabis is kind of crazy, right?
Yes, of
Why?
course.
Why you don't want to fill your courts with cannabis users? Like, why are you doing that? What are you doing? Why? That's not the job. Why are you spending money in court? Why is
Yo,
the government spending money
bro,
criminalizing that
I
problem?
have a friend, a famous friend who got busted for weed, man.
Yeah,
Do you know? I'm not gonna name his name. Don't you worry about it. So, Doc, I don't want to keep you, man. A lot of people are hating on you because, according to them, you don't know nothing about politics and drug use. Of course, don't you know that Doc Adam actually treats people
my
with
job.
addiction, you fools?
I am medically trained to manage drug dependence. Moron in the comments, whoever you are. Like, come on.
One last question, Doc, before I let you go because I don't want to
What?
keep you
So
here.
what? There's whoever is making whatever comments, which I can't see.
Yeah.
I don't know what point they're trying to make.
No, because
But all the data and all the evidence shows that criminalizing drug use leads to worse outcomes. Just read it, man. Just read it. It's
yes,
not difficult.
I have seen a
You know,
video about
you
that and I have read about it. Of course, this is why I'm having a hardline no Duterte administration because they have shit policy when it comes to drugs.
it's
They just
it,
fucking kill people, man.
it,
Fuck
it,
that.
it is it has been proven throughout the centuries that criminalizing a hardline approaches on drugs don't work. Look at the 1990s in the USA.
Yes.
Look at
The opium war.
the what's it called? The prohibition of alcohol in the USA. It doesn't work. So whoever's saying it does, do some reading, man. You know, like
Yes.
you just if there is anyone in the comments, or Nico might be making it up, but
No, no,
you
no.
know,
There are people here in the comment who's
I'm
actually
happy. I'm
saying that.
happy for anybody. I'm happy for anybody to come onto Nico's channel and debate me on the criminalization
Oh,
of drugs.
this is
Like,
this is. Do you want that?
you're yeah. I'm happy to anyone to come on, and we'll
I,
define what you
bro,
actually think is
bro,
good about running around and shooting people who are who have you know, you're shooting people who have medical problems. You know, just people use drugs for a reason. Like criminalizing them is not the right thing to do.
this is such a. This is the
So
most
anyway, so
passionate I've
anybody, come
heard you,
on.
bro. This is the most passionate I've heard you. By the way, later I'll send you this guy who wants to debate me on the ICC and DDS and Duterte. He's such a funny guy, bro. Anyway, I heard you. We can set that up if you like.
I'm not having an argument about politics because I'm not even talking about politics.
Yes, you are not. You're
I'm talking about criminalization of drugs. Like I don't care about politics. I don't even read about, you know, Filipino politics.
sure.
I'm just
He,
talking about the drug policy, and it's
yes,
not served. And it's not. I haven't seen any positive effects from it.
we can set that up for you, bro. Doc. I
Yeah,
would
bring
I'd
anyone
love
on.
I'd love to host that.
Yeah,
When are you
yeah.
free?
Me, I'm free whenever, man. I'm free whenever.
No, of course
Uh,
you're not free whenever. You have an actual day job. You're not like me.
yeah,
Who's
managing
getting
drug dependence. Managing drug dependence. Not me. I'm not managing my drug dependence. I'm managing people with drug dependence.
Yes,
So
yes.
if somebody wants to come on and debate me about it, come on.
You know what? Don't do it now, Doc. Let's set
No,
it
no,
up
I don't want to
first.
do it now. I'm going to watch TV.
Yeah,
And it's
yes. I'm gonna set it up
time for a
first,
glass of
and
wine.
then I'm gonna set it up first, and probably we'll get someone like Banat by about the drug war on drugs. Would you like him to? Would you like to debate him?
Is
That
that the
sorry
guy
ass
with
clown.
all those with the 4 girls he goes around with?
Yes.
Yeah, whatever, man. Like, yeah, I'll debate him.
Doc, uh, Doc, I'm just gonna get something. I'm just gonna call you back later, okay?
But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go anyway, man. I'm
All
gonna go
right.
and watch TV.
Thank you,
Okay.
Doc.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Maglalakbay ako patungo sa kawalan upang amunin tong pangarap sa buhay at susungin to itong kadiliman. Makita ko lang ang liwanag ng katarungan. Ipagpaliban aking takot, harapin ko ang panganib, lupigin ko aking kilabot. Buksan ang daan na tatahakin, sundin ko ang alab ng puso at aking damdamin. Sa mundo ng kaguluhan, pangarap hindi bibitawan. Pagsanib ng kaluluwa, isip, walang pipigil sa'kin.
Okay. Teka. Nawala yung ano ko. Okay, kamusta? Tagal ko nang di nakakapag-live ah. May kinuha lang ako, wait lang. Salamat kay Doc Adam. Palakpakan. So, maraming salamat pala kay Doc Adam kasi doon sa pagpunta niya, teka lang, inom lang ako. Singapore bro, Rex Orbitay agad. Nga, di katolikante yan, daming sasabing death penalty. Anong title? BTS. Namimiss ko yung live mo. Ito na. Magla-live na tayo. So, ganito mga kamatis, mga kaibigan na. Ito lang yung pag-uusapan natin dito. Meron kasing mga ibang tirade si Duterte na hindi ko nagustuhan. Isa doon yun nga, yung sa war on drug. Tapos pina-explain natin yung fentanyl. Now, I'm just very curious para sa isang motor accident, bakit ang lakas-lakas naman ng droga na pinrescribe ng mga doktor ni Duterte, right? So, parang may mali. Anyway, mga kamatis, papanawarin natin yung tirade ni Duterte tsaka yung tirade ni Banat ba, yung kanyang full. Ako, hindi ko talaga gusto yung si Banat ba eh. Ewan ko ba kung bakit may I mean, okay naman si Banat ba eh. Parang nakausap ko na yan nung live namin. Pero hindi naman kami tropa ni Banat ba eh. Kami ni Melo, tropa kami. Pero kami ni Banat, hindi masyado. Pero gusto ko lang sanang panoorin muna to. Saan ba yan? 8 minutes na yan. And pabulaan, mag-react tayo dito.
Ang nagmalasakit, nagmahal.
Ito. Para talagang kulto, no? Yan ang hirap sa Pilipinas eh. Usong-uso yung mga kulto eh.
Wala akong no longer in politics. I am not a candidate. Nahirapan nga ako mag-akyat ng hagdanan. I am 80 years old.
Parang ano lang kasi, parang the visuals of him, tinitira yung presidente, tapos yung mga anak ng presidente, yung mga anak niya, tinitira din si Marcos. Parang it's not a very good visual para sa ating bansa, right? Kasi parang yung pamilya ng vice presidente yan eh.
79 lang, pero hindi binibilang yan eh. Sabi malas daw. Sabi ng asawa ko, 80 na ako. O sige, 80 na. Pero nung lumabas itong People's Initiative, okay man yan.
Okay, sige.
Abogado ako. There are 3 ways of amending the Constitution. mag-constitutional convention,
Okay, so explain ko lang sa inyo yung PPI na yan. Hindi, kasi meron ako nababasa, wala naman daw kwenta yan. Hindi naman totoo yon totally. May kwenta naman yan. Ang unang-unang gusto kasing baguhin dyan, yung economic provisions. Gets? So, ang hindi ko maintindihan, of course, nahaluan na siya ng politika and it has turned into something very, very worse. So, hindi na maganda yung nagiging takbo nito sa tao. Yung isang pinopropose daw doon, sabi nila, kasi may bicameral kasi tayo eh. Bicameral kasi yung ating sistema. Ibig sabihin may lower house, yung Kongreso, at saka upper house, yung Senate. So sila yung nagde-decide ng mga laws na ipapasa natin. Pag nag-approve, kailangan mag-approve yung dalawang house for a law to be passed. Gets nyo? So ngayon, ang sinasabi nila, magiging unicameral na lang yung ating paggawa ng batas. Ibig sabihin, i-abolish na yung lower and upper, tapos magsasama na lang sila. So, padamihan na lang ng boto. So, yun yung sinasabi nilang changes sa PI. Pero that's not true. Kasi ang sinasabi lang sa PI, ang gusto lang ng PI is yung economic provisions nito. Tatanggalin nila yung 60-40. So, ngayon kasi parang na lang talaga eh. It's just irrational fear and tirahan kay isa doon si House Speaker yung parati nilang pinapatamaan. Many people doesn't like the House Speaker kasi for one thing si House Speaker kasi yung parang humarang doon sa confidential funds ni Sara Duterte ngayong 2024. Walang magawa si Sara Duterte doon kung hindi mag-relent kasi ayaw sumuko nung Kongreso na ibigay sa kanya. After what she did, 11 days mga kamatis, mga kaibigan, naubos niya yung 125 million pesos. Of course, if you are using common sense, talagang hindi mo ibibigay yon. Gets? Oy, Jody Villanueva, shoutout sa iyo. Anyway, tuloy na natin to.
wala akong sinasabi ng
Teka lang
alinman dyan sa lahat, it will be submitted to the people for ratification.
Yon. So, yun yung isa. Merong iba pa. Pero I just would like to, I would just like to at least make you aware of this. Kasi, yung rin naman nila Duterte, yung kanilang, nung presidency ni Duterte, yung House Speaker niya dati, si Pantaleon Alvarez, if you know this guy, is actually pushed for federalism noon. So sila din, may version din sila ng Chacha, kaya nga lang, hinarang sila. Gets nyo? So, ngayon kasi, parang sinasabi niya maganda daw yung Constitution kasi hindi na pabor sa kanila. I'm just saying sa inyo that before this is something na critical sa batas natin, hindi. It's more of political eh. I mean, of course, again, sasabihin ko sa inyo, it's just probably gusto lang nilang mapalitan yung at the very least si House Speaker, and I think etong iyak ni Duterte na to, it's more of dahil papasok na ang ICC. And people like Banat are, double time sila sa paninira sa gobyerno. Come on, yung cocaine usage na yun, ilang beses yun nang narinig yun. Ako, pangalawang beses ko nang narinig yun. Pero mamaya na.
Problema dito,
Hindi pa namin kakaumpisa, DCDMC.
ako, Mr. President,
Okay?
Ma'am Lisa Araneta Marcos, hindi ninyo ako kalaban. Wala akong sinasabi ng masama. Hindi lang ako makakampanya noon. Alam mo, iniiwasan ko ito.
Di ba yung ngiwi-ngiwi, di ba sila, yan yung pangtukso nila dati kay Marcos. Alam mo yun, na yan lumang tugtugin na yung drug test na yan eh. Ang ibig sabihin ngayon, nagda-drug si Marcos. Come on, hindi, mali yun. Ngayon, people like Banat kasi is pushing this propaganda na alam mo yun, there was already rumors of destabilization. It's beginning. Now, ang sinasabi ko sa inyo, kayong mga nanonood sa akin, do not at least push for peace. Gets nyo? Patapusin nyo na lang yung termino ni Marcos. Tapos vote for a person pagdating ng panahon that would be better than Marcos. Kasi learning experience na to lahat sa atin eh. Marami nang nagkamali na bumoto sa maling tao. Iko-compound nyo pa ba yung mali na yon? Na gusto nyo pa palitan yung current president natin? Gulo yon. I for one, hindi naman ako supporter talaga ni Pangulong Marcos. Pero as a Filipino, I do not want my country to be in turmoil just because of few interests of these few people na to. Nagigets ba yon? Tuloy natin.
Itong panahon na ito,
ano?
ito talaga ang iniwasan ko kasi mapipilitan ako ngayon magsalita laban.
Di ba, para real talk lang, idol. Real talk lang, ha? Real talk lang talaga to.
Ng mga tao sa gobyerno.
Wag nang paguluhin pa ang nangyayari yan ba? Exactly. Ano na lang, let's not rock the boat, ika nga. Kayo din, nung panahon nyo naman, Pangulong Duterte, former President Duterte, kasi ngayon nakikita ko na yung rhetoric nitong si Banat Bay eh. Napapansin ko kasi, ang tawag niya kay Duterte, Pangulong Duterte, kay Marcos, Mr. Marcos. Gets nyo? Supporter ako ni PRDD, solid yan. Pero kung usapan kasi si Sara, wala pa akong nakikitang maganda. Exactly. Pagtrabahuhin nyo muna yung government natin, siguro after a while, tsaka natin magpagsimulan. Meron pa naman yan eh. Eto as ako, obviously, supporter ako ni Sir Rafi. Pero, pag maglaban ng Sara Duterte Tulfo, may tulog ng malakas si Sara Duterte. I'm just invoking peace dito. Kaysa naman dun sa mga clownery nitong mga nila SAS, nakikita ko kasi si SAS talaga tsaka si Banat Bay nagpupush ng agenda na at least yung destabilization sa social media ginagawa na nila eh. And it's very hard na ako, I mean, I don't support, obviously, alam niyo naman kung sino sinuportahan ko nung election eh. I just don't want people to go to EDSA to march for this fucking clowns na for their own benefit. Ayoko yun, gets. Oh, by the way, si Doc Adam naghahamon ng War on Drugs debate. Baka meron dyan, i-host ko po. So, ayun. Si Banat Bay ang una naming iimbitahan. Tingnan na, gumana ba yung war on drugs? Diba? We'll show you numbers. In-expose yan, Boss Nico ni Nino Barsaga, former, hindi ko alam yun.
Alam mo, Mr. President, hindi ako maghingi ng tawad.
Bakit?
Kagawan mo yan eh. It is your responsibilities sa sarili mo.
Bakit
What
naman?
you do in this world binds you.
Matanda na si Marcos eh, malamang. Alam ko, senior na rin si Marcos eh. Patrick Smith Carlos, subscribe lang and hit notification bell. Madalang na lang kasi akong mag-live ngayon kasi nagfo-focus ako sa mga edited content ko sa mga iba't ibang platforms. I'm really doing well sa ibang platforms and okay naman, nakakasunod naman tayo pero nami-miss ko kasi yung ganitong live na ganito. And I really would like to speak out dito kasi nga there's so many things na nakikita ko na mali na talaga. If alam mo yun, ayoko nang alam mo sa ibang bagay, hinahayaan ko lang kasi hindi ko priority yun. Pero etong mga ganito, it's very scary. Okay, as a Filipino, this is sad and frustrating. Our country is being toyed by these clowns. Oo nga, okay na yung nung election. Kumbaga, let's not rock the boat. Let's wish for our government to succeed. If our government succeed, everybody wins. Correct? Correct. Di kasi palita, maingay kasi ang mga DDS vloggers. Ayun nga. So, alam niyo yun. Ako hindi na anti-DDS ako, obviously. Correct? Pero ayoko naman na meron itong yung sentimento ng mga Pilipino mabasura just because of this. Kasi Renz Joseph, kasi ganito yung mga nag-feed sa akin ng information. Sabi niya sa akin, Andy, sa tingin ko kailangan step up mo na yung game mo para makatapat ka kila SAS at saka kila Banat. Kailangan kasi Sila naman pagdating sa mga chismis, mababait sila eh. And of course, pagdating din sa mga lawyers, okay na okay din sila. Mango Chan, lol. Ay, yun nga eh. This is what we're trying to do. Alam mo, yung mga rumors sa akin, they would always remain rumors. Let's focus on something important. Would I address other rumors na meron sa akin? Of course, in time, pero it's not important to me right now eh. What is important to me is your well-being. Mas importante sa akin, halimbawa, nagustuhan ko tong message na to. Merong isang parang group sila ng mga jeepney drivers na shinare nila yung post ko about sa PUV modernization. Kasi naniniwala ako na hindi pa kaya ng Pilipino yon na mag-transition agad-agad. Kasi pag nag-transition tayo agad-agad sa modern jeeps, baka bumulwak yung bulsa nyo. With the current happening sa mundo natin, plus tataas na naman yung presyo, wag naman, 'di ba? 'Di ba? Just do what you like doing. Oh, pero sasagot ba ako halimbawa doon kay Merck tsaka kay MG? Of course, pero not now. It took them 4 years to answer me. Probably I would ask for the same time, but in time. Ituloy natin kay former President Duterte, Mr. Duterte. Okay, pwede ko ba siyang tawaging Mr. Digong?
Yan. Huwag mong sisihin ang ibang tao kasi sarili mong utak at katawan yan.
Oo nga. Wala namang sinisisi si President Marcos. Actually, si President Marcos ngayon, more on reviving the economy yung gusto niya. Kaya siya alis ng bansa. Credits to him naman, hindi, like ngayon, bumagal yung inflation ng onti lang, pero at least, di ba? Oy! Beat Joe Blake, thank you so much sa 14 months subscription. Teka lang, naninis ko na i-play ito eh. Maraming salamat mga bros. Tuloy natin.
Nung ako'y mayor, pinakitaan ako ng evidence
Oy, ayan, pinakitaan siya ng evidence.
ng PDEA.
Okay? So
Doon-
matagal na to kasi ng PDEA eh. Sabi
Sa
niya,
listahan,
mayor, so that's in the 90s.
nandoon yung pangalan mo.
Ang dami agad naniniwala without any evidence eh.
Ayaw kong sabihin yan
Pero nasabi ko na.
kasi magkaibigan tayo. Kung hindi magkaibigan, magkakilala.
Pero update ko lang kayo naglabas na ang PDEA at nagsalita na yung PDEA chief na sa records nila never na drug list watch list si Bongbong Marcos. Now, let me tell you my take on it. Siguro nung bata-bata si Bongbong Marcos, as in nung bata siya, siguro there were times na nagkamali siya. Pero as you progress in age, hindi ka na naggaganyan eh. Tanda ka na eh, right? So siguro mas tamang narrative yon. Pero in politics kasi, once you do something wrong, habang buhay na yan. Habang buhay nang ipapahid ng tae na yan. This is not the first time na ginamit yung cocaine card na yan. Tandaan nyo, nung election, ginamit din yan. Gets. So hindi na bagong tugtugin yan. Iba lang ng delivery at saka may konting luha at saka may konting tulo-laway. Tapos, syempre sila Banat gagawa ng storya yan. It's so sad kasi na seeing this, I don't consider si Banat as smart as Sas, pero these influential people na nagkakalat ng lagim dito sa social media just to protect this fucking person. Kawawa ang mga tao, hindi kailangan mahirap na todas yan, exactly. Christian Perez, i-rewind mo sa simula ito pagkatapos nito kasi guest speaker natin si Doc Adam. Teka nga lang. And Doc Adam. Si Doc Adam Ginagian, pagdating talaga sa war on drugs, talagang lagi kaming nagtatalo-talo niyan. Tuloy natin. Ako si Banat I can be civil sa kanya. Pero pagdating kasi sa political stand, magkaiba kami. Una, pinklawan ako noon pa eh. Ngayon kasi, Since you are an influencer, tapos meron kang significant reach, mas maganda talaga that you support your government. Para walang gulo. Sa election na lang tayo magbardagulan ulit. Ngayon, let's support our government, 'di ba? Yun, exactly nung magko-cocaine test pa ulit, tapos pagka negative, anong gagawin natin? Can we sue Duterte right now? Kasi wala na siyang parliamentary immunity, right? Hindi na siya presidente. Kasi this is itong mga sinasabi niya, libelous statement 'yan. Imputation of vice over a person, 'di ba? Napaka mali na kasi, and people are cheering on this piece of shit. Ayan na nga, sabihin ko na.
Ikaw pumapasok kayo ng alanganin. Mr. President, baka susunod ka sa dinaanan ng tatay mo.
O bakit naman? Papatanggal nyo sila. O magkaka-liver cancer din knock on wood si President Marcos. Kasi this is such a bad, parang napakasamang visuals nito. The father of your vice president is lambasting you online dito, 'di ba? Parang sabi nga nung isang kaibigan ko na mamaya ko nababasahin yan, JJB. Sabi nga nung isang kaibigan ko, kung merong hiya ng konti si Sara after what her family did to BBM, baka pwedeng mag-resign ka na lang sa cabinet ni BBM. Kasi nga DepEd secretary siya pa rin yung sa DepEd . So, sabi nga nila, kung may konting hiya, umalis na lang. Pero mukhang walang hiya . Hindi ko naman sinasabing walang hiya. Walang hiya. Sabi kong ganun. The lack thereof of hiya. So, sabi ni JJB, one thing is for sure, lagot sa ICC tong si Gongdi. Well, sabi ni Pangulong Marcos ngayon, that's not what I heard. Pero, and kasi etong iyak na to, kasi I think it's more of fear sa ICC. Yun nga wala namang power to I guess there is something we don't know about the ICC. I've watched si Trillanes nung isang araw. Sabi niya nga ganun, yung Interpol daw, something like that. Siguro may something na hindi natin alam. Pero I would like you to watch si Trillanes, kasi si Trillanes talaga yung maraming alam dyan sa ganyan . Lolo Digong, oras na ng gamot nyo, pahinga ka na, sabi ni Sam Leones. Wag naman.
Diyan,
Oo nga, it's more of a threat . Puro threat ito . Puro pananako. Tapos yung mga DDS vloggers, they are amplifying this bullshit ni Duterte. Mamaya bandang dulo, and we will end there, medyo hindi ko talaga nagustuhan yung mga sinabi niya. Tuloy na lang natin.
ako takot. Ayaw ko mangyari sa iyo yan. Pabor lang, ako namang nagmamakaawa kasi it will divide the nation at madugo itong panahon na ito.
Hindi, I would say sa inyo, wag na kayong lumahok sa mga bullshit nitong mga Duterte na to. Save yourself from the trouble of supporting these people. Etong si Digong, self-admitted killer yan. Self-admitted killer yan. EJK ilan? 6,500. Yung mga namatay sa Davao na under the same circumstances, 27,000 people. Lahat ba yon ay mga addict? Lahat ba yon ay mga pushers? 'Di ba? May mga collateral damage din yon that he needs to be accountable for. Okay, pinapangako sa kanya hindi pa papasukin yung ICC. Ngayon kasi he is seeing the writing on the wall. Kailangan niya nang mag-flex kasi yung kuting na tinatawag nila mukhang kakalmutin siya sa muka, 'di ba? Kaya ngayon sila Banat bay tuloy-tuloy yung paninira sa ating administration, which is very sad. Anyway, tuloy natin.
Alam mo, Mr. President, sabihin ko maya sa tao kung ano ka.
Ano yun?
Noong unang panahon, hindi tayo puro Bisaya nagkita-kita doon sa Luzon, there was a community of Filipinos. Galing Visayas, galing Ilonggo, galing Waray, galing Mindanao, galing Hulo, galing Lanao, Cebu, Samar, at Taas, Pampanga, Apare. Nagkita-kita yung mga minono natin. Kasi hinawakan tayo ng Espanyol, pati Amerikano.
Ito na yung rant niya
Nung
sa
dumating
history.
ang panahon na tayo'y ang gawa tayong magbarangay iba. Mailocano, kasi yun ang bahay, upisa man ang konstitusyon.
Kasi ang pinopoint niya dyan yung constitution natin. Parang yung, dati buklod-buklod tayo because of the constitution. Nagkaisa tayo. Pero let me just remind you, between 2017 and 2019, simulan ng term niya, ganyan din yung ginagawa nila under the federalism naman banner. Dito na iba lang kasi gusto ng ang gustong tunog nila is parliamentary. Gets nyo? Same lang, same banana lang. Ang iba lang ngayon kasi may ICC factor at saka kinakalmot sila. 'Di ba? So yun lang yung difference. Tuloy natin.
Yun, kasi yun ang bahay
Grabe, tanda. Pahinga ka na. Ay, wala.
opisyal ng Pilipino.
Okay. Palakpakan.
Anak ka ng, bakit pumasok sa utak ninyo yung People's Initiative?
Ikaw din naman. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, just read. Magbasa lang kayo. Ayan, government must further on federalism. Yan, sila federalism din sila. Ayan. The survey find out have little to no knowledge about 1987 Constitution. See? They also wanted change nung panahon ni Duterte. Federalism. Kaya nga tumakbo yan si Robin Padilla eh. Nung hindi niya na nung nakita niya na na hindi pabor sa kanila yung change na gusto nila, ayaw na nila. Well, it's just politicians being politicians end of the day. Tuloy natin.
Anong nakain ninyo? There's nothing wrong.
Andre,
With the
I agree. I think Duterte is the smartest Duterte of all time. Pero I'm just disappointed sa mga ganitong galawan kasi it's inciting so much violence na ayoko maranasan.
Constitution right now.
Sabi ko sa inyo, konting research lang eh.
Alam mo, sa
Okay.
umpisa pa lang, nagdududa na ako.
Bakit ka nagdududa?
Bakit?
Bakit?
People's Initiative manggaling sa tao. Dito,
Oo.
mga congressman.
Okay, klaruhin natin yan kasi medyo magulo yung line of questioning ni Amy Marcos noon. Okay. Ang pirma kasi, 1997 pa yan may pirma. Sila lagi yung nag-i-spearhead ng People's Initiative. Kaso, different terms, yung ibang kongresista, yung ibang politiko, okay sa kanila yung charter change na pinopropose nila. Pero, advisory, pang-advise lang yung position ng mga congressman. Sige, gawin nyo yan. Tuturo namin sa inyo kung saan yung mas magiging successful yan. Advice lang. Hindi sila yung nagbibigay ng pera sa pirma para lumakad ito. Hindi, mali yun. Kasi pagka kongresista yung nagbigay, baka kung saan galing yon. Hindi yon. They are just there for advisory purposes. Doon ako nadi-disappoint kay Amy Marcos noon eh. Kasi bakit hindi mo pagsalitain yung mga abogado ng pirma na mas alam nila yung legalities noon? Hindi yung mayaman na parang na si Noel Orarte. Peace kay Sir Noel kaso talagang parang nagulat ka doon eh. Sabi ko, nag-isa siguro kinakabahan pero hindi mga kongresista ang nagpasimula nitong People's Initiative. Pirma, dati pa yan, 1997. Pa yung pirma na yan. Alangan namang si House Speaker ba 30 years ng House Speaker? Siyempre hindi. Siyempre, pero yung mga DDS, pipilit nila na kongresista yan. paratang nyo yan, okay? Pero ako, may facts yun. Facts na yung pirma, 1997 pa sila. Alam nyo ba ibig sabihin ng PI sa pirma? People's Initiative. Gets? Ay nako. I mean, nagbabasa lang naman din ako. Yung information na alam ko, nasa sa inyo. Meron lang iba na hindi, pero karamihan sa information ko, nakikita ko rin sa internet. Come on, tuloy.
Alam ninyo,
Mm.
kung magkaletse-letse yung buhay na ito,
Anong gagawin namin?
sabihin ko sa military, sirahan ninyo yung Congress.
Di ba? Kikita nyo yan na. Sabihin ko sa military, sirain nyo yung Congress. Una, you're not the president anymore, sir. Okay, I know you have political clout, pero if you do that, that's akin to terrorism. That's akin to, ano bang tawag doon? Sedition yata yung tawag sa ganyan, di ba? You are asking military officials to betray their country because of what? Hindi mo lang nagustuhan yung ibang policy yung hindi mo lang nagustuhan yung galaw ng pirma, ibig sabihin ba kailangan mong sirain yung Kongreso? 'Di ba? See how this person thinks for his own benefit. And you're telling me that the ICC should not and will not investigate this person. Yan clear yan Clear yung sinabi niya. Ulitin natin baka para doon sa mga hindi nakikinig Okay ako sa magtalo tayo Gamitin natin yung salita, gamitin natin yung due process kung meron talagang paglabag na nagagamit. 'Di ba? Putang ina, rebellion, 'di ba? No, I don't want. Nananahimik ako rito, naka-brush up ako, gwapo-gwapo ko, kakain ako mamaya. Tapos magpo-pour ako ng wine ko. Tapos magpapatugtog ako ng It's Been Raining in Manila, hindi ka ba naririnig? And then I'm gonna relax because my life is really good. And then probably some visitors would come and then we're gonna have some fun. But the last thing on my mind is fucking military people going to Congress and killing them. You fucking senile coot, what are you doing? Tangina neto talagang matandan to. And then yung mga vloggers mo na magkano ba bigayan sa inyo, tatay? Ito ang tuwa pa doon. There's nothing fun about bloodshed. Excuse me kung yung tapang mo kayang yan, linagay mo doon sa mga incheck na nangunguha ng island natin. Damn, son.
Sabihin ko sa military, sirahan ninyo yung Congress.
Diba, is that the correct way of handling din? Sabihin niyo sa military. Tas si Banat Boy, palakpak yan. Ang galing ni Tatay Digong. Papatayin niya yung mga papapatay niya yung mga congressman. Diba? Act of terror. And then this is someone na I should be proud of. This is a fucking alam nyo, itong title nitong live ko na to, it's The Mad King. Kasi this is how this person is demented already Grabe. Grabe talaga. Nakakatakot yun Sasabihin niya sa military, ang problema, ilan yung susunod sa kanya. It just takes a little bit of 2-3, tas ilang sundalo, di ba? That could cause havoc sa mamaya na. Gusto mo mag-hi? Mag-hi ka naman. Hi, sabi mo hi dyan, mula dyan mag-hi ka. Hi. Lakasan mo. Hi. Yun. It's been raining in Manila. Di ba? So, may mapagkain na dyan. Baka gusto mo kumain. Di ba? Sirain. So, ang gagawin nila, pupunta sila doon, tapos wawasakin nila yung mga gamit. Still, it's a threat of violence. Napakabobo talaga nitong mga to. You do not threaten anyone for violence just because hindi mo nagustuhan yung policy nila. 'Di ba? Ano na lang, semantics na lang 'yun Pero it's the same thing. You want to destroy something. 'Di ba? Meron nga akong kilala. Lang. Wag na lang, sige. Next time na lang. Baka may umiyak na naman eh. Sige, sasabihin ko na kasi mako-content naman din ako. Meron nga akong kilala, taob lang, talagang ano na siya eh. Takot na siya eh. Paano pa to sirain, no, 'di ba? Natututo naman ako. It's been raining in Manila, hindi ka ba natututo? Tuloy.
Sabihin ko sa military, sirahan ninyo yung Congress.
Sasabihin ko sa military, wag naman. Why wag naman? Baka pwede natin pag-usapan. Demanda na lang natin yung mga dapat i-demanda kung meron.
Bakit binababoy ninyo ang bayan natin?
Hindi naman, nagpapapirma lang. Dati pang ginagawa ng pirma yon. Ang makulit kasi ang pirma talaga. 1997 pa nga. Unless si Tambi na tinatawag nyo, 1997 pang House Speaker. Sige, kwento nyo yan eh. Siyempre kayo magaling dyan. Tuloy.
Pinilit mo ito. Lalabas ka ng Malacanang kagaya noong panahon na pinalayas kayo. Ano ang kasalanan ng Pilipinas?
So, gusto mong mag-people power kasi ganun pinalayas yung Marcos nun. Hindi ako pupunta ng EDSA because of the call for this man. Una, sayang oras ko doon. Manonood na lang ako ng TV o kaya magbabasa ako, mag-internet ako, manonood ako ng vlogs, makikipagsagutan ako sa comment section. Pero the last thing I want is to disrupt the traffic na hindi na solusyonan, by the way, ng administrasyong Duterte na pinamana niya na kay Marcos. And then mag-e-EDSA ako doon, magrarally ako doon, tapos pupunta ako ng Malacanang at papalayasin ko doon si Marcos. That's the last thing in my mind, mga kamatis, mga kaibigan. So what is my point here? My point here is that let's talk peace without a gun. Tama ba? Let's talk peace without a gun. Sana maayos na nila to. And then next cycle, doon nyo iboto. Yung tama, di ba? wag tayong pumunta sa revolusyon. Ang solusyon lagi ay nasa peace. Yun lang naman yung sa akin for today, mga kamatis, mga kaibigan. Maraming salamat po sa panonood. Mamaya naman po, chismis naman ng mga social media influencer hanggang sa susunod na Banat. Nico David out. Gege mga lods. By the way, Banat Bay, kung gusto mong magdebate sa war on drugs